What's up, buds? I'm Chase, and this is my 2021 Specialized Enduro S-works. So last week we saw Blake's bike check. This week we're doing mine. So this year we both have brand new S-works frames. As you know, if you've watched Blake's video, that's because we both broke our last ones. We have lost two. So brand new frame. Let's check out what we're running. I'm gonna start at the cockpit area. So the first things I have are the DD787 aluminum bars. I got them honestly because I like the bronze. They work well, bars are bars. For grips, I'm running the DD lockjaw grips. I've done the Super Cush, Ergons, all kinds of other grips. These lockjaws are by far my favorite. I like the waffle underneath. They're cushy. They do wear out quick, which is to be expected with a soft, comfortable grip. So those are great. I'll run those probably on every bike I have. Next up is the brakes. So I'm sure Blake told you in his video how he got brand new brakes because he hated the Maguras and all this. I'm still running the MT7 Pros. I actually really like them when they're working correctly, and I think that's just a problem that we've had, not knowing how to bleed them properly and use them. I have the Loic Bruni levers, which I actually like a lot. They offer, I don't know if they actually gain power, but it feels like they have more power. And I've gotten them bled correctly, so having your Magura brakes bled correctly, bedded in correctly, makes them work wonders, which is kind of what you would expect. And on the topic of brakes, I'm running their MDRP rotors, which I don't know why it took us so long, or took me so long to get on those. Those floating rotors are stiffer. They don't warp when they get hot. They just stay true and stay straight, which I really love, and I'm gonna get those from now on. So now we're gonna move to the shifter. We have XX1 shifting, XX1 derailleur with the XX1 copper chain. So that's basically all for looks. The one thing I do wanna say about the XX1 derailleur over, say, like a GX that came originally on our first build is the XX1 has kind of a star pattern on the backside where you tighten it to your derailleur hanger. That makes it so it doesn't rattle loose. On our GX derailleurs, they constantly would come loose no matter how much Loctite we put on them, because that backing plate that goes against the derailleur hanger was smooth. It didn't offer any sort of grip. So getting that has just been awesome, because now I don't have to mess with tightening that after every downhill lap. Moving back on the bike, we have the Ergon Enduro saddle. That has been a game changer. I haven't worn a chamois in over a year because the seat is so comfortable and works so well. So upgrade your seats, guys. That's a big one. Now start moving down on the bike. Tires. Run the Michelin Wild Enduros right now, front and back. As you know, we love our Michelin stuff. Right now, since we're pedaling more, we're not really at the parks right now. I'm running these for Horns Hill. When we do go to bike parks, I do put on the DH22 front and rear. Sometimes I'll put the 34 on the back, but the DH22s are all around great bike park tires. No issues with them, they last forever. So Michelin tires, if you haven't used them yet, check them out. If you can buy them, get them. Next up is the wheels. So I'm running the E13 race carbon wheels on the back. On the front I have aluminum right now. I have a E-spec rear wheel coming, and I'm gonna take the carbon from the back, put it to the front. The reason I'm doing that is these wheels are 28 spoke. I have had constant problems with spokes coming loose or breaking lately. I probably just need to replace all spokes, but I got the E-spec carbon wheel from E13 because it's a 32 spoke wheel. So I'm gonna have a 32 spoke wheel in the back, 28 hole up front. That just offers more strength, more durability. It's not gonna flex. So I think I'm gonna really like that, because I would consider myself more of a harder rider. So I don't always bring whips back all the way. I don't always take the easiest lines. So having a 32 spoke wheel in the back at 180 pounds is probably a good idea, and I probably should have done it from the beginning. So E13 wheels coming soon. I'll have both carbon. On the rear wheel, I got the cassette. I got the Helix R cassette in copper. Now I have loved this cassette. I got it right off the bat. I constantly had problems with the SRAM cassette, and honestly it probably wasn't even the cassette, it was probably the GX shifting. But I always had problems with it skipping. This has been wonderful. Shifts smooth all the time. The bottom 10 gears are steel, so those ones will last a really, really long time. The top two are made of aluminum, the colored ones. So those you can buy replacements for when they wear out. Much cheaper than buying a full new cassette. Next up, we got Crank Brothers Mallet Enduro pedals. I've had those for a few years now. I love them. I just rebuilt them, so they should last another few years as long as nothing catastrophic happens to those. Cranks are just the SRAM NX cranks because that's what came on my original Enduro, and now I just haven't updated them. So those could use updating. It kind of looks weird having NX cranks on an S-works frame, but you know what? Whatever. Moving down, we have just the Specialized chain guide. I got a E13 bash guard coming for it. Didn't make it in time for the video, so have to stay tuned for the next one. Suspension. On my second frame that I got upgraded to a Fox Float X2 shock, so I've been using that. That's blown out on me twice now, so I don't like that. First time from the top bleed port, we had like the O-ring blow out of it, and then recently at our trip to Snowshoe it just started leaking oil everywhere. I'm guessing out of the seals. Fox has been awesome, took care of that. Now what I've had no issues with whatsoever is the RockShox Zeb. So the Zeb was something that when they came out with it, I saw it and I just really liked it right off the bat. I think it looks better than the 38. I don't know why, I just like that boxy crown more than the 38's rounded one. So that's been good, no issues, it works well, it feels good, hasn't blown out a seal or anything like that, like Blake's 38. But I will say, I have ridden the 38 and I do prefer the feeling of Fox more so than the feeling of RockShox, but it's hard, man, because the reliability from what we've experienced in Fox just isn't there. They have a high quality product in the sense that it feels really good, but it seems from our experience that it takes a lot of maintenance to like keep them running right. And RockShox, it just works and keeps working, and you can kind of beat the crap out of it and it still works. So that's a big, like, good job to RockShox because they got the one up on Fox on that. If you've seen any other 2021 replacement frames that are all the black S-works, they all come stock matte black. And as you can see, mine is not matte black. That's because I ride wrapped the whole thing. I ride wrapped my red Enduro, my last one, and I loved it. Just kept it looking nice. It was easy to clean, so I did it for this one. I just think if you have such an expensive bike, why not spend the $100 on a wrap to protect it? So that keeps it so it's not scratched up, it doesn't get all dinged up. Overall, I've been really happy with ride wrap. I haven't had it like peel up in any spots from getting hit. It hasn't done anything that would have made me regret buying it. People have asked about the bike stand we used in the last video and this video, and we'll link that in the description below. It's just a cheap Amazon one. It works well. It's kind of small for mountain bike tires, but we've used them. They work well for holding our bikes, so figured we'd let you guys know too. All right, buds, so that's my 2021 Specialized Enduro S-works bike check. We are absolutely stoked on these bikes. We've loved them ever since the day we got them, but we got some big things coming, so make sure if you want to see that, subscribe, like our videos, stay in touch, turn on that notification bell. We'll see you in the next one.